Hey everyone, welcome back. So today is Wednesday. Bitcoin is down a little bit. We'll talk about Elon Musk and when he's going to be stopping selling his shares. We're also going to take a look at the Biden administration. Basically came out today and said that they are extending the time frame for when school loan repayments have to be made. So that's extending out for another 3 months. We'll take a look at that, and we'll also take a look at the miners and see how they did today compared to Bitcoin. And then we'll call it a day. There's not much going on. It's obviously Christmas week, so not a lot of stories coming out right now. So let's take a look at Bitcoin here. Bitcoin is at 48,678 right now. It has obviously come down from its high here on the day, and it is about to change over to the next day here within the next 10 minutes or so. We got 8 minutes and 57 seconds left in the day. But if we look at it here, we obviously went up and touched the 20-day moving average line here. And if we look at the 1 hour chart, we can see this a little bit better. So we actually went above it a little bit, but we got rejected once. We touched it again here. We got rejected again, came back down, and now we're coming back down on it. So like I said before, I don't think that we're done going down further to the maybe 42,000, 40,000 area just yet. Right now, we are kind of trading in this channel here between the 48,400 line and basically the 20-day moving average, the red line here. And we'll have to just see if it can stay above this support line at 48,400. If it does, we may have a chance, small chance, albeit, but we do have a chance of it continuing to go back up, possibly. But I think the higher probability or the likelihood of something happening is that it's going to actually probably end up going down further, like we've seen it in other times where the 20-day crossed the 200-day moving averages. All right, Ethereum, let's take a look at Ethereum here really quick. Ethereum is still above our support here at 3,950 roughly. It is at 3,982 right now, so that's down today as well. So let's take a look at the miners, see how they did, comparing it to Bitcoin. So DMG was down today, or actually was up 0.06%, so barely up, not even a penny up on the day. Riot was down 179%, so it was down to 2362. Mawson was down 4.37% on the day to 723. Marathon was down 0.87% on the day to 3413. Hot 8 was down as well, 0.49% to 814. And Digihost was actually up 6.31%. So Digihost had a good day. It's had 1, 2, 3 good days so far. So there might be some good news going on there, or just people buying the dip because they've been down quite a bit. So Hive was also up today 1.42% to 285. Cleanspark was down 1.14% to 1126. And Bitfarms was up 4% to 510. So Bitfarms has been up the last couple days here, looks like. Even though we're down here, I think it's just because of after hours trading and things like that, that we get the weird candle marks. But yeah, I mean, kind of a mixed bag in the miners as far as Bitcoin's concerned. Bitcoin's obviously down, or it's going to finish out down today on the day. So it's going to have one red day after two good days. So we'll take what we can get, and we'll see how things progress going forward. But right now, right now I'm leaning that it's going to probably fall back down a little bit more before we're all said and done with everything. So let's get into our first story here. The first story is from Tesla CEO Elon Musk. He said he's almost done with stock sales, and shares have been rallying. So if we look at Tesla stock here, I know some of you guys are invested in it, but you can see they had a nice breakout today. And let me do it on the daily here. So today was up 7.49%. On the day, it was up $70.34 to $1,008.87. So obviously a nice run up here. And obviously the 20-day and the 50-day have not crossed. They got squashed, so that's a good thing, obviously. And it's way down from where it was on the high here of, what was the high for it? The high for it was right around 1,243 roughly. And obviously came down all the way to 885, so a pretty sizable correction in the stock price there. So if we go from the high to the low, we're looking at almost 30% correction, 28.39 over 47 days, basically. So let's get into the story here. So Elon Musk, Chief Executive Elon Musk said on Wednesday he was almost done with his stock sales after selling over $14 billion worth worth for more than 1 month. The billionaire had made confusing statements as to whether he might or might not be done with his stated goals of selling 10% of his Tesla shares. And here's a quote from him: "I sold enough stock to get to around 10% plus the option exercise stuff, and I tried to be extremely literal here," he said in an interview on Tuesday with conservative satirical website Babylon Bee. But on Wednesday, he suggested he might not be done. This assumes completion of the 10B sale, he tweeted, referring to his prearranged sales plan related to his options. Under the rule, the 10B5-1 trading plan set up in September, he has exercised stock options that expire next year and sold a portion of the stocks to pay taxes, according to Tesla filings. So he's not quite done yet. He still has more shares to sell. So Tesla shares ended obviously up 7.5% higher to 1,008, and the company valuing at just over $1 trillion. So they're above the $1 trillion mark again. So I think this is a reprieve for investors, obviously, knowing this is almost done. And, obviously, the stock price has been going up today, and I think we'll probably continue going on further. So that's good news. We also had a story on them yesterday about getting 10 more orders for this Tesla semi-truck, which is good. So good things for Tesla right now. And then let's take a look at the Biden administration. The Biden administration is extending the payment pause and interest waiver for most federal student loan borrowers for another 3 months. So if you do have student loans, you're very well aware that we weren't being forced to pay on it. I'm part of this in this group as well. I got some student loans that I still have to finish up paying. But at least we've had all this time where, since I think it was March of 2020 or somewhere around there, that we haven't been, we'll take a look at it to see exactly when it was, but we've had some obviously time where we haven't had to pay our loans back, and they haven't been accruing basically interest on it. So they're basically stuck at where they were before. So the Biden administration will extend the payment pause for federal student loan borrowers until May 1st. We know that millions of student loan borrowers are still coping with the impacts of the pandemic and need some more time before resuming payments. President Joe Biden said in a statement on Wednesday, the forbearance was scheduled to expire at the end of next month on January 31. So I'm sure you've gotten letters, emails from the education secretary on this, about restarting your payments basically. And recent polling of student loan borrowers found that even among those who are fully employed by now, 89% are still not financially secure enough to restart the payments, which is, I was surprised by this, that it's kind of high. Well, it is high, but I was surprised by it. I thought people would be a little bit better off by now, but I guess not. So I think if that is what it is, I think then it's a good thing, obviously, to postpone the payments and let people catch up a little bit. So Scott Hines, a freelance photographer in Brooklyn, New York, who owes over $20,000, said he was relieved by the news. Much of his income dried up during the pandemic, but he did say little by little things are getting better. Hines, 33, said, but it remains to be seen how much of a weight the virus has on my work. So we're seeing that. And then let me see here. They also continue to call on President Biden to take executive action to cancel $50,000 in student debt, which will help close the racial wealth gap for borrowers and accelerate our economic recovery. They wrote, along with Republican Representative Ayanna Pressley, Democrat, Massachusetts, in a statement. I know that's not going to happen. That's just way too much. But at least it is a good thing that they are extending the payments plans for another 3 months. So that gives everybody a little bit more time to get caught up in their finances and everything else. Hopefully they're able to find jobs and everything like that. So I'm okay with it. I think that's good news. And if you're in a position where you are able to pay it, go ahead and pay it if you can. If not, put the money into other investments where you can get better returns possibly than what you're paying in on interest, or would be paying in on interest on these school loans. So that's it. Oh, I forgot we did look at the miners already. Everything's done. Like I said, today's a slow day. Boy. Easy day. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. Let me know what you guys think, obviously, of Bitcoin, where it's going. I think it's going to go down a little bit more. I think the bottom may be at 40,000 if we get down there. I think that's where I think we're going to bottom out. I'm not saying it's going to happen for a fact, but that's just kind of my gut feeling right now. And looking at this Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin is actually 6 o'clock right now. Let's take a look at Bitcoin really quick before we call it a day here. So Bitcoin finished out the day at... Yeah, so it crossed over, and it's actually positioning, down a little bit right now. Oh, now it's up a little bit. So we'll see how it happens. But yeah, right now I have it at my bottom is around, let's see here. The line to watch is the 44,800 mark, something like that. And then if it goes below it, we're going to 40,000, I think. So that's just my 2 cents for what I think is going to happen. But let me know what you guys think. Obviously, I look for your guys' input. I always appreciate you guys commenting. If you enjoyed it, smash the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It helps me out a lot. I'm going to finish up this video. I'm going to watch The Matrix. I hope you guys are, well, I don't know if you guys are Matrix fans or not, but I am, so I'm looking forward to that. So have a great night, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow.